Good evening, VPG. Tuesday night action brought to you by Pro Clubs Weekly. I always have to look down. I feel like I shouldn't need to do that anymore.
I always love the badge when you say April.
Well, you should know. It's on the heart side. It's on the heart side. But I don't have a heart. But what we do have for you tonight is 4 quality games. You expect nothing else. That is why you are here. Let's be honest. It's not to see us. It's to see the action. So, action we will bring you. First and foremost, it's QPR versus Bonus Hunters. 2 UK Premier sides and a newly promoted Premier side in Bonus Hunters taking on the ever-present QPR, former eSports Prem champions. Domino, there's a little known fact for you.
There you go, April.
That is going to be kicking us off at just after 8 o'clock. Moving on to the eSports Cup. What a competition this has turned out to be over the months, Domino. Last season, it brought us ample joy. This season, goals galore and games just for days. It's such a good tournament. RSN are back, Domino.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, after last stream yesterday, unbelievable game between them and Clary April. They did pick up the win, so in form April, but they're against a very, very hard opposition.
Yeah, I feel like they probably got drawn against arguably the toughest team in the competition at the moment, and I say that simply because REGNUM last night moved top of the VPG Esports Premier. So statistically speaking, they are the best team right now. I won't hear anything. I won't hear anything less. So big challenge for RSN, but as we saw last night, they are up to the challenge, and tonight they will need to be up for the challenge. Moving on to my beloved. We don't have favorites here. I promise you we don't have favorites here. But if we did, it's the return of Digital Esports to our stream, taking on now, Domino. We've seen Besiktas before, and they impressed us, to be fair. However, bottom of the league Besiktas.
April, it's a hard place to be, especially in a league filled with talent, filled with ballers. Once you're in those deep waters, it's hard to swim to the top, and Besiktas have that challenge in front of them, April, to try and secure themselves safety, and it is a big task. But again, up against a Digital team that did go on a 2-game skid last night, so they're going to think there's points in it, and Digital are going to want to pick up all 3. So it is a very highly contested game.
Look at you doing research. That's me. Put me out of a job.
Nah, mate, I'm evolving, ever evolving.
It's about time. We've only been doing it 2 years. And the main event of the evening. It is Heritage at home to PMI ESPORTS. It is 11th place, 16th. And do not let those numbers fool you, because these are 2 sides. Just 2 quality sides, Domino, and you did touch upon the fact that there's no bad sides in this top league in VPG, as you would probably expect. But 2 really good footballing sides, and I think this is going to be an interesting one to just keep an eye on.
Yeah, and the games like this, April, have everyone does want to see the top of the table clashes, don't get me wrong. But it's those bits here, April, where it means the most teams to secure points, especially as close they are to the danger zone. Once you're not at the top half of the table and you're kind of floating mid-drift, it's a time where you can start mounting a title challenge or a top 4 place, or a bad run of games you're trying to scrape away from relegation. So again, the 4 games, or the 4 teams we've got playing tonight in the esports Europe leagues, there's a lot on the line, April, there, confidence-wise, motivation-wise, and points, main thing.
Yep, as per usual, expect nothing less. So, to our opener, it is QPR versus Bonus Hunters. 11th place QPR, just the 2 wins in their 13 UK games. So far this season, they'll be looking to turn that around, and brand new signing, Domino. Playing in that cam position tonight, it is Kaizu. What a signing that is. Not just for QPR, but to bring him into the UK Premier and have a player like that playing. I think that's a a very astute signing.
Yeah, it's a benchmark signing. QPR, they do have the pull. They are a sponsored. They are a sponsored team. They are an English team. They've got that kind of pull as a namesake. So you would expect them to draw big interest. And obviously, the manager Charlie, lovely guy, an unbelievable keeper, knows what he's doing in a recruitment basis. So yeah, massive coup for them to get Kazoo across there. And yeah, we are familiar with bonus hunters as well, April.
Yeah, absolutely. They're currently sat in 5th place, so a good season after being promoted last season.
Yeah.
6 wins in their 11 games and 10 plus goal difference after 11 games as well, which I thought was quite impressive too. So quite clearly they're a side who like a goal or two, and I do have that on my notes. I've just put entertaining team to watch.
That's all you need to put down, April. Don't worry about it.
We don't even need to watch the game. You just take my word for it. But they do have 1 win in their last 4. So I think it's 2 sides, again, desperate for a win for different reasons. But I think the introduction of Kazoo for QPR will give them that. Just give them that lift. They've got Mikonkers up front, who we know is a bagsman. 12 goals already this season. Charlie's asked me to give a shout out to George as well, who has an actual real life injury. So as opposed to you and I, Domino, who just have digital injuries. So we're hoping he can turn in a performance tonight, because he can't do it on the physical pitch. So get well soon, and yeah, we'll be looking out for him on that right midfield tonight. Flipping over to bonus hunters, Domino, the one to watch out for is the only King C up front. 9 goals, 10 assists, 28 last season. So again, it's one of those things where there's a bagsman on either side. It's definitely going to be a case of who can keep them the quietest is usually how these ones pan out.
Yeah, and like the only King with those stats, 8-ball, he's versatile in that striking format. He won't just get you goals, but he'll create chances for you as well. Always dangerous to have those knocking at the top end of the pitch. So interesting to see, again, what the dynamic of play that he's bringing. And yeah, if you can keep his quiet, and Mikonkers, he is a bagsman, 8-ball. Direct player, always looks for goals. So it is a case of defensive units on both teams, seeing how you can stop their offensive play.
Yeah, and Charlie pointed out, I think last time that they are on, Esdir being a very, very good, capable defender, which absolutely not disputing. But interestingly, their top performer this season is his centre-back teammate, Murky. So again, if the manager's saying this player is very good, but yet the person who plays alongside him is technically a top rated, and I back that. I back that defence, and they're going to need to be at the top of their game because they've got Owen Hope and the only King up front, so they have to bring it.
No, you're not wrong, April. And they've got Matt, obviously, bonus hunters in that CDM, free running CDM. Can obviously, I think out of the 2 holding players, he's got more of the license as the pivot to go and like influence the game more. Obviously, does a great job defending, but he's where, again, the assister and the assist will happen. So it's going to be a strong midfield battle, and see what Fours can do as well in there.
And we know Domino loves an assist of an assist, so hopefully we see a few of those tonight. But for now, QPR taking on bonus hunters. They are the home side going into this. I'm not sure who goes into this as slight favourites, Domino. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, no one showed up for bonus hunters, so I would say technically that makes QPR the favourites. We'll try again. It's not the first time, and it certainly won't be the last time.
No, absolutely not.
So do just bear with us. Do we have any more stats? No, we don't. So you're just going to have to listen to us. One thing I was going to mention, actually, just talking about favourites and underdogs. I'm not sure it particularly applies here, but we do like to give you guys at home some kind of footing of where these 2 sides are. Bonus hunters are a VPG eSports Premier side, so I guess technically they're ahead of QPR in the UK league, and they're ahead of them in the actual pyramid system of VPG. So I think we've got to put bonus hunters down as faves.
Yeah, I mean that's what league table's there for, 8-ball, to separate them from, again, the divisions they play in. So yeah, bonus hunters would go down as the favourites here, but on the pitch, obviously 90 minutes, everything changes. So And you know QPR style of football, they do like to they do play carpet football, they do like to get it down. And bonus hunters, I think QPR on their last stream, I think they did get beat by Phoenix on earlier in the season that we had. And bonus hunters, they did do it. It was definitely a draw, but I don't know who the opposition was against. But it was a really good 0-0 draw.
It's all we seem to get on this channel. It's all we seem to
very good draws.
Yeah, I'd rather have a terrible 6-5. You know, I'd rather have a really bad 6-5 than a really good 0-0. Funnily enough, but yeah, spot on. I think both of these teams' styles of play suit each other when they're going to be facing each other, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is it does make for a good game, we promise you, and hence why it's been picked. We entrust in these two sides to kick off the night, the Tuesday night, VPG night, of course. And we have faith. We have faith.
Always, mate. Always. We go into every game with optimism, and we finish any game questioning FIFA sometimes. But
not our own games, by the way. Not our own games.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, pessimism.
All right. It looks like we've got full 11 here, April. It looks like we're ready to kick off, and we have kicked off.
Here we go. Better late than never. And what we really, really like to see is when we have official teams playing, because they use their official team kits. So, for those of you not familiar with kits, here's QPR through 1-on-1. Me conquers. Big save with the feet by Charles. I love that. I love that because there's nothing wrong with that finish whatsoever. That's QPR, ladies and gentlemen, in the hoops, traditional hoops, and bonus hunters in the green, having to defend their own goal early on to our right-hand side. Here's Kaizu cooking as he usually does. He will get a free kick for his troubles. Domino, talk to me.
Yeah, 8-ball. I mean, QPR started like a bat out of hell there, straight down that byline. Ball inside, really good football, worked it nicely. Keeper just needed to stay composed in the near post and did. They're still on the attack here, back post. Keeper, a great save and a great punch earlier. He needed to collect that for a little bit of safety and does. Now it's a chance to see Bonus Hunter with their first free-flowing play of the game. And you know they have got players. What I do like about this team is that they're not scared to hold on to the ball or create something or take on their opponent. So they do look to hurt you by individual battles, where instead of like the 3, 4, 5 passes, if they've got an opposition in the field or the wing, they're looking to beat you there as well. Yeah, and here it is on one-on-one. And
nearest safest pass still, furthest safest pass, should I say, for sure. And good start to this game, 8 minutes in, good ebb and flow, and this is what we're going to see Kaizu do. Don't expect to see him get 80-90% pass success ratio this game. He is a man who likes to pick a pass. He conquers, dispossessed by Mikey. Zailu seen a lot of the ball early on. Only King slides it through to Owen Hope. Gets to the byline, beats his man, cuts back for some more. Cuts back for even more. And decides to go 30 yards back. I'm not sure that was the one. Katis, they keep the ball though. Tried to stab it forward. Nobrega keeps it, but Rona, I tell you what, he is a very underrated player, Domino. Maybe not so much in this QPR side, but just in general, you know, I don't really see anyone ranting and raving about him, but he is such a good player, very tiny player.
Oh, great feet.
As was that, yeah, as was that bit of skill. Yeah, how dare you? Free kick in the bonus hunters half. Quality through ball again. Yuta swings it in. Big header from Estin. There's the man that the gaffer warned us about. Stayed up from the free kick, Domino.
Yeah, I didn't know why I put him up. Normally you'd get back, you'd play it short. I mean, in my opinion, it's too far to put the ball into the box. But 8-ball, it's a clear sign of intent, and I like that. They're favouring offense instead of defense, and that's what I'm here for.
We need more of that. Ball. We definitely need
Manuel
more of that.
Over the top. He's got the right side of his defender. QPR still got the ball here on the left-hand side.
They're getting a lot of joy over on that far side. I'll tell you that for nothing. Fours wins it back. Yuta this time swings it in. Good ball. I tell you what, Dom, they're not afraid to dump that ball in the box, but with intent.
No, in 8-ball, it's sometimes when QPR play with the ball with the crosses, it's a filtering mechanism where the more you put in, you don't get a lot out, but you will get a goal eventually. What a ball! Oh, that's fantastic.
George back from right midfield as well. Good interception. And QPR now. Like I said, Domino, the ebb and flow of this game, it's you attack, we attack, you attack, we attack. We'll give the ball away and see what you can do with it.
0-0 red all over 8-ball.
But a good 0-0.
There you go. It's what we specialise on this channel for.
Rode a big switch out to this near side. Back inside to fours. Mikonkers. Kaizo. Oh, that's what you're going to get with these two players linking up. He does go down. Jalal holds the ball with that close range shot. Good reactions from him. Zaizo, good evening to you, sir. I hope you are well. Flicked on to Kings. Esdir in there. Alert as always. But yeah, Domino, that link up between Kaizu and Mikonkers, if they can keep a hold of both of those players this season, that's going to be massive for them.
Yeah, I mean, Kaizu's doing what you expect Kaizu to do, April. And you
Kaizu
said it best there. Don't expect the 90th percentile passing.
Yeah.
He is killer balls and killer balls only. And he's picked it up there. And like I said, don't
And I
expect
think it's,
90th
to be fair,
percentile.
I think it's something that QPR are going to have to get used to as well, because there, the through ball didn't need to go through. Yeah, fine, whatever, fine. The through ball didn't need to go through, and that header has gone wayward. It's going to stay in as well. I'll come back
Great
to
pass,
that
April.
point.
It's just an excellent pass.
Owen Hope, good turn from him. Cut across well. It's George. Not seen too much of the ball on this near side, to be fair. They have favoured that far side, that left flank. Matt wins it high up, gives it to Owen Hope, gets half a yard, but Murky Biscuit does well. Their highest rated player for a reason, and falls down the line. Worked well from QPR. We saw this last week. Good carpet football, and I think he was dragged back. No, he did not. You are right. You are right.
Yeah, they looked very comfortable there. They the defensive line looked strong. There was no runners in behind, no immediate danger with the player in front of him. Sometimes booking like that, a little bit needless, April, but I mean, if he felt in the moment they need to do it, fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's on this right-hand side there. It's another crossing in. Oh, I thought he could have flicked that inside, but obviously, yeah, he wouldn't let him. And like I was saying about that filtering mechanism, 8-ball, it's the more you put in the top of a filter, it'll come out in drips and drabs, but that'll come out in drips and drabs in goals. They just need to keep putting that on top of the filter. And they're looking to do it here. Ball inside. Fantastic work. Oh,
Kaizu sends a man for a Twix. He might be offside coming back there, but Utah on that far side is getting so much joy. I think that might be a cause for concern at half-time during the team talk, Dominic, because they need to do something about it. It's probably going to be a question of when, not if. However, there's some wide action of their own, but Murky Biscuit again fires it off his opposite number, and yeah, Gaffer Charlie will take the goal kick. 5 minutes left in the first half. It has flown by. It's been a good game so far. It's just missing a goal. Utah probably been the best in a QPR shirt so far this half. Ronan to fours, gives it to Arik. Playing up top, finds the back of the net via the post, and here we go. QPR draw first blood, and to be quite honest, I think they deserve it, Domino.
Oh, 100% 8-ball, and we don't like to call anything out on the screen there, 8-ball, but he dragged his man back. There was no cover behind him. He shaped up for the power shot. Now, I don't know if the defender think it was going to be a fake shot.
I thought it was going to be a fake shot.
Exactly, so he tracked off him just to see which direction he's going to go. Mate, he pulled the trigger, caught me off guard. That caught me off guard, but he's just offside. But able to take nothing away from the finish there. Arrow into that bottom left-hand corner, and yeah, QPR have had the better spell of possession, looked the more dangerous, and have got their goal in the best possible time.
Yeah, unless Bonus Hunters can get something here with Ketis on the edge of the box. Murky Biscuit once again, and there's a saying. What a good game Utah is having on that far side. Murky Biscuit as well with a big shout for man of the half. But it is QPR going in at half-time. A goal to the good, courtesy of that strike from Arik. 20 yards posted in. It's what we love to see. We said the game was just missing a goal. Hopefully it continues in the second half. Now we've got our goal. But Domino, I was thinking when that goal went in and then Bonus Hunters went up the other end and Matt flipped it over the top, unfortunately offside for Bonus Hunters. I'm thinking being 1-0 down is going to bring the best of Bonus Hunters out now, because several times in that first half they had it in the QPR defensive third and they just couldn't find the right pass, or they just took a little bit too long on it. Now we saw as soon as Matt had that ball, he's looking over the top. It's a little bit more traditional, it's a little bit more what we kind of used to seeing in almost divisions and stuff, but it gets you the goals. It really does. And I think that's probably what needs to be said at half-time is by hook or by crook, just go out and get us some goals. Don't worry about necessarily what happens at the back. If we don't score, we don't win. So you kind of got to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, 8-ball. And it was a good sign of intent there, picking up the ball and playing very, very direct. I think if bonus hunters were to get back into this game, the most dangerous player I see on the pitch at the minute is Owen. As soon as he's picking up the ball, he's looking to drag a man down, take it across. He's been very, very aggressive in his play, 8-ball. Unlucky there with the dribbling. But yeah, I think if you get the ball to Owen, he's took on his man twice there, and he's had success both times. I think they're scared to go into him. So if I was bonus hunters, I'd find him nice and early and see if he can get me some field position and drag me in a chance.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that. Matt's got the right idea, but tell you what, QPR have got other ideas because so far they are keeping a couple of very good players in green very quiet. Kaizu, he is not quiet at all. And Yuta maybe just picked the wrong option there for the first time this game. Zhao goes long. Flicked on by King, and I tell you what, they are testing.
Charlie is going to be absolutely screaming at his team.
How was your first touch, Charlie? How was your first touch?
Not great. On for a corner.
First one was all right. Second one not so much. But talk to me about that 50-yard back pass because. Yeah, I don't think he was expecting it. And fair play to QPR. They're leaving 2 men up from corners, and it's really helping them, providing they can get that first ball out. That's a ball and a half. Young Jones, 2 in a row. He's cut out there. Good defensive work from him and centre man for Twix as well. Kudos points all around. He's also set his team off on a bit of a counter-attack here. Plenty of green shirts forward. They're just sharing the load at the moment, and I'm not sure what Matt was doing now. I genuinely thought he might have lagged out, but he's alive and kicking, I think. Hope? I don't know. It looks like he's just left. Edge of the box. To Kettis. Gives it to Nobrega. Ronan there again. Matt is back. Matt jumps in to no avail. Young Jones there again. Good half from him so far. Matt is back. Confirmation. Nobrega over the top to Owen Hope. Keeps a hold of the ball. Back to the edge of the box, Kettis. Plenty of hoop shirts now in his way. Matt over the top, that's a cracking ball. To the byline is Arun. Back stick is on. Zailu keeps it alive. Pepper in this QPR 18-yard box at the moment. They do live to fight another day.
Yeah, they're just shuffling the 8-ball left to right and left to right. Oh, very much 50-50, but yep. It was really nice work from bonus hunters to see if there's any chink in the armour there. Yep. But QPR defend that so well, 8-ball. They've got more to do here. Great feet. Charlie needs to be alive at the near post, and he is. Comfortable save for a man of that standard. Ball gets whipped to nice and quickly. And that's another thing about bonus hunters. Do you remember their corner routine? They took them so quickly.
Love a quick corner. Love a quick corner.
I love it.
And do you know what? It came back to me halfway through the first half that the last time we saw bonus hunters was when we had that game that didn't go ahead. And then we saw them 3-0 down to top of the league, Regnum, and they got a couple of goals back here, and they're looking to do the same now. Man's gone down. It is going to be a penalty. They didn't need to do it. Again, Charlie is going to be raging with his team. He made the save quite comfortably, but it is Ibra stepping up. The only King puts it underneath the diving, the despairing gaffer of QPR, Charlie. And that draws them level, and to be fair, I don't think they can say too much about that.
No.
Because bonus hunters have looked good in this second half. George to Arik, the goal scorer, gets it back. Kaizu into Arik again. I mean, controversial if they go and win themselves a penalty.
I mean, he did take a knee there in the box.
yeah, well, Kaizu, that's what they need to get that man on the ball, work his magic. Owen Hope to Kettis, intercepted by George. Now they've got to run back towards their own goal. Charlie showing for it. Charlie gets it, and it goes. Good work from QPR, front to back. But it's going to end up. I was going to say it's going to end up back with bonus hunters. It does eventually. 17 minutes left. I don't think this is going to end one apiece, Domino. Both sides showing good intent here.
Yeah, a bonus hunter got a bit between their teeth. They definitely had the better second half. And Owen again rattled the post.
Wow, and Owen Hope, Domino, your man sent a man for a Twix, cut onto that right foot.
And I think he's the most dangerous opposition there. He's not afraid to, and it's the bravery in his play 8 ball. It's exceptional. He can pick up the ball, he can run, he can find the pass inside, and they're doing really well at them being in their main outlet. And it's fallen to the game.
Oh, what a ball that is! And he's onside as well. It's no breaker. What a reverse pass from Owen Hope with Domino. It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
Mate, I've been doing this job too long now. I mean, I can sense it. Spider sense 8 ball. And on the way that this second half is going, I mean, bonus hunters deserve that. They've been fantastic. Yeah. Really trying to pick the lock off this QPR team. But there's still 10 virtual minutes. I don't know if bonus, again, it's really hard to distinguish if bonus hunters stepped up their game in the second half or QPR, I wouldn't say let them, but got a little bit conservative and just didn't do what got them to the dance. Play that really good football, press nice and early. They just looked a little bit cautious, maybe to hold on to 1-0 lead and try and get that second goal, but bonus hunters definitely with a bit between the teeth. Goal scorer here, ball inside. Yeah, he goes up the pitch again, and it's just rinse and repeat 8 ball.
Yeah, he said at a half-time, Domino, that they almost needed just to introduce a bit of chaos into the game because the way they were playing was very, I'm going to say, very VPG eSports Premier-esque. It was tidy, but it was very conservative. This second half, they just took the brakes off. They're playing like they're actually enjoying themselves here, Domino, and they've got the just rewards for it. This team has enjoyed this second half. There's no way he's offside there. Good effort though. They've absolutely loved this second half. Not just because they're winning, but you can tell when a team is having fun and enjoying it. And this bonus hunters performance in the second half is completely in contrast to the first half.
Yeah, agreed. Just offside there, 8 ball. It was good knock on.
Yeah, I'm not sure they would enjoy it if Mikonkers had gone through there and scored, to be honest. I mean, if we played offsides, it'd be a great game because that's about 6-5.
Yeah, I mean, great defensive line, 8 ball. Really good pass. He's got men flooded up. Ball goes to the back stick, really well defended. He might get a second chance here.
Oh, I thought he was going to hit that, Domino. I thought he was going to hit it. There's Charlie.
Fair play,
I thought he was going to hit it. I thought Mikonkers saw his name in lights. There's still time, though. Here's the goal scorer, Arik. Can they dig anything out? N17's fired it into row Z, but I think he had a little bit more time than he realised. Also a little bit more time on the clock as well. Kaizu's got to dump this in, and he does. And he knew
Charlie's up there.
He knew he had to avoid the goalkeeper, and he did, but no one's on the same wavelength. And there we go, confirmation of bonus hunters 2, QPR 1. They turned it around in the second half. A tale of 2 stories, a tale of 2 halves, and Domino QPR be scratching their heads about that second half performance, I think.
Yeah, and what you said in the contrast of bonus hunters in the first half to second half, you can say the exact same thing to QPR. Yeah. They came out, like I said earlier, battle hell 8 ball, created a chance from the first 5 virtual minutes, and for that whole half, looked dangerous, looked really, really good 8 ball, playing nice football, picking up good positions, threatening in behind. They were the team that was creating the chances. When the second half started, the penalty, it was a penalty. He slid in to win the ball. The shot got fired. He clipped the man. The penalty's a penalty. Whether he, in that moment, decided that was what was needed. Obviously, looking back on the game and retrospectively, didn't need to make the tackle. Charlie had that comfortably. But the penalty was given away. I just think QPR didn't trust themselves enough to play themselves out. It did seem a rinse and repeat where as soon as they got the ball, it was fired over the top. Bonus hunters picked up, started mounting attack. And when that happens, the momentum shifts so drastically that you are now the defensive team and that is now the offensive team. And it's hard to wrestle back that dynamic. And I think they just got caught up there. Bonus hunters did get that second goal with a slide rule pass from Owen Hope, which again was my man of the match. 2-1 bonus hunters, 8 ball, really, really good by them in QPR. It's just unfortunate. I don't know what went wrong in that second half.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get to a point where QPR are going to start blaming us because they're more unfortunate than fortunate when we show them on this channel. So commiserations to them, but again, take nothing away from that bonus hunters second half performance. And you know what, Dominic, we say it every week, more because we just want to see some more action. But fortune does favour the brave, and anyone who kind of needs proof of that just go and watch. I was going to say go and watch the second half. Watch the whole game, and then you will understand that there's two different approaches to that game in two different halves. And yeah, we know which one. Not only we enjoyed more, but we know which one got the more benefits from it. So good start to a Tuesday night, and the action does not stop there, ladies and gentlemen, because and apologies, Dominic, while you were talking, I was trying to round up these two sides. And the two sides are RSN Esports, who we saw last night. So welcome back to those guys, taking on top of the VPG Esports Premier, REGNUM Bodrum. We saw some magic last night, Domino. We truly did. RSN dispatching UK Premier side Clarity.
Yeah.
I'll just be frank with you now.
Yeah.
Can they do it tonight? Don't look at the team sheet for Bodrum when you answer, because I just did that. I was like, oh, actually, I'm like, yeah. Do you know what? I think they can do it. And I looked at the team sheet and I was like,
yeah. I saw best they can put it away. RSN can do 8 ball. Like I said, cup football, it is a beauty of a game where anything can happen. And they were not favourites against Clarity and managed to pick up a point. A really, really good performance, 8 ball. And a very mature performance for them on the pitch once they went up. The way they distributed Clarity, the education of how to manage games in sections, they were fantastic. Now, yes, they're up against an elite team where the difference between RSN and Clarity was here. Bodrum to RSN is obviously that bit wider. But I do love a good underdog 8 ball, and you play with that kind of freedom. The pressure's on Bodrum. If you get knocked out here from a game you're expected to win while you're high flying in Europe, it does cast a little bit of shadow on your current performance and season. Where for RSN, I will just go out and play with the absolute confidence that you're the underdogs and you're expecting nothing here.
I think one of the things that RSN have got in their favour tonight, and they wouldn't have known this, and they won't know that I'm going to say this, but this is how I see it. RSN last night, immediately after their game, they messaged us and said, we just got drawn against REGNUM. Do you want to show that stream? They're not shying away from this whatsoever. You know, they're fully aware this could be a battering, this could be a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 niller. They're saying, put us on stream. We fancy our chances tonight. And you know what? For that reason, I'm like, fair play, because if it was me, Dominic, I'm not sure I'd want it on stream, but that's why I'm up here and they're on the pitch tonight.
Yeah, 8 ball, this is a PG channel. We don't see no bloodbaths, but RSN, I love the confidence 8 ball, and I love the cojones 8 ball. Like, you know what? Put us on stream against the current best team.
They're the best team
in the land.
VPG right now. So
and let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can cook. I'm 8 ball. I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Just to let those of you know at home, RSN European League 2 and UK champ side. They won't mind me saying, not performing particularly well in either of those leagues to date. I think it's 17th and I think bottom of the UK champ. Last time I looked, I did not look today. But they won 3 out of 4 last night, including that game against Clarity. So if we're just going on strictly form recently, like we'll ignore the fact that REGNUM are unbeaten 5 in the VPG Esports Premier, including a 1-0 win against G-Mask. We'll ignore that. But it's positive signs for RSN for this week, and I just think that when you've got that confidence flowing, why not test yourself against the best, and they'll get a real sense and a real sign of where, not only where they are as individuals, but where they are as a team as well.
Yeah, absolutely, 8 ball, and these are things that go and kind of kick on a season a little bit. We're obviously just below the middle of the season. But RSN go out here, put stunning performance on, and be, as we say, currently the best team in VPG at the minute. You're going to think to yourself, and you're going to have a look at yourself, and I'd be like, look, we put a performance on that is good enough to beat one of the best teams there is. How can't we do that in our league? Because we're not going to play Bodrum every single week and we can beat them there. It's not a one-off. We've got the players to do it clearly because we've done it tonight. So it could be that catalyst that just starts the climb for RSN. And it could also be a catalyst for Bodrum to have a big confidence knock, and we've seen it before, April. It only takes 1 or 2 weeks for a season to go awry from you.
Derailed, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So it could be a massive game in the grand scheme of things, but as for now, it's straight knockout 8 ball. So
yeah, and as you can see on the screen, it is the VPG Esports Cup. Is the round of 32. So we're only a couple of weeks away from getting to the final. Will one of these two sides be there? Tune in to find out. And Domino, one of the things we picked up yesterday whilst watching RSM was the class that they've got up front in Bluey and Has Bullet. 16 goals for Bluey. We saw him score last night. Has Bullet's on 10. He got 46 last season and Bluey 32 last season. So, you know, we're talking in a season and 4 weeks, that's over 100 goals.
Yeah.
We said to them they got starved a little bit in that first half last night. Is it a case of Bluey and Has Bullet need to understand they're probably not going to see a lot of the ball tonight, but when they do, they need to make it count? Or is it going to be a case of get them dropping onto the ball, picking up the ball as often as possible? Which one of those would you go for?
No, it is that they're going to get started with the ball. They're against a team that are going to play some absolute carpet football. And we haven't spoken that much about RSM at the minute, April, because we haven't gone through their lineup, which we should have done, because their lineup is a who's who of absolute ballers. Like I'm saying, with the Festics and Polgish is there. They're an incredible team.
The REGNUM.
The REGNUM, the Bodrum
Not that
team.
RSN aren't full of ballers as well, of course.
Yeah.
You don't have Festic. I'll give you that one. Here is the man, Festic, finding striker's feet. It is REGNUM in the white tonight. And the gaffer for RSN, King Elmo, sends it over the top to this dangerous front two. And I know there's a chasm between the two sides in terms of footballing pyramid, but they do still need to be very aware of this front two, because, like I said, Domino, it's goals for days, and it doesn't matter where the goals come from or what league it's in. If you're used to scoring goals, you're gonna score goals regardless.
Yeah. They just need to. Again, the shackles need to be off for them, and they do need to play with that kind of confidence and go into tackles with the idea of my 8 ball.
Stocks puts it away with the volley, very, very nicely worked on the edge of the box, crosses it in, headed down, and yeah, they don't make mistakes, Domino. Sometimes that is surely just the difference between elite sides and League 2 sides, you know?
Yeah, the chances and the conversion rate is obviously a lot higher the higher you go up the pyramid. But again, RSN can't get bogged down with that. They must have thought they'll be at this position at some point in the game.
Yeah.
They're due to bounce back. If I'm honest, they've got to be, again, I'd say possession heavy, but they've got to be very, very strategic in not trying to give the ball away in any cheap positions. Make sure they defensively stay a little bit tight. Hang on and stay into this game for a little bit and make sure they don't lead an early goal. The second goal that really kills off this tie. But again,
easier said than done, effectively.
Blood.
I think they can't get dragged into having Bluey drop too deep like he was there. I think they've got to stick with having this man up top alongside his strike partner. Otherwise, it does become a bit of a uphill battle. Took there, who had the cross for the goal, back there doing defensive duties. Good to see him not shying away. Ball comes in, Trickish Wolf heads it down. Good player him, replacing JP tonight, who I was surprised to see not make the lineup. We don't know the reasoning behind it, but he was very good, instrumental last night. Polga slides it through to this left-hand side, and Steve Voss, hats off to that man. It needed to be perfect, Domino.
Yeah, and it was the check back. He dropped into position to play him offside, but the pass was a great pass. Steve just matched it and then had to put it in the perfect time. And the defensive line is getting pulled a little bit to pillar to post. Deal it quite well, 8 ball. I don't limit to that, obviously, 1 goal and 1 big chance, but yeah, they if I'm honest, this is okay for them. This is fine.
I was going to say, I don't think there's anything wrong with, again, leaving those two up front, those 2 blue shirts up front, and playing direct, because they'll get something, whether it's a half chance, whether it's a couple of chances, as long as they take it and the game's still at 1-0, they're always in with a chance.
Yeah. But it is their able when they get their ball dragged across there and those transitions happen. The best teams transition the best, and this Bodrum team show that able, working it around really, really nicely. Again, just doesn't get even the space to get the ball clear. Able, they are on you like a flash. And you can see the confidence. Yeah, you can see the confidence in the team. Everyone taking an extra touch that they don't need to, but they do anyway, just because of confidence. They can switch up their tempo when they want to, Able. And look at that football.
It's mesmerising.
Oh,
Free space for Wiz, big
what
save! And Steve puts it over his own crossbar safely, may I add. But again, they worked it. They almost kind of just... they hypnotized them into creating, into let them having space. And yeah, I think RSN, the team talk before this, probably would have been expect this, but stay in the game as best as possible. And so far they are doing it. Here's Blue with a tiny bit of space, 60 yards away from goal. He is the cameraman for tonight. He was the camera hero from last night as well.
Oh, what a guy.
The man who changed the numbers to the names. Saved some horrific commentary, so thank you very much for that. It was only fair we went back to him tonight. But what he would give for a goal on stream in the next 60 or so minutes, and that is
really
a
well,
he should get there as well. Not so good. Loses out to Turbe, wins it back, edge of the box, could have been on, but man gets across. Hasbulla and co win it back. Good pressure from the front two, and just trying to force it there. Rush of blood to the head leads to 3v3, and it's Polga rushing through.
Really well done, April.
Gaffer leading by example, finds Hasbullet, but San does well. And again, just these half chances, not even half chances, they're half chances. As long as they don't get
what chances?
Yeah, thank you. As long as they don't get too disheartened by that domino, I think the chance, the half or the full chances will come. You add enough quarters up, it's going to happen.
Exactly, April. And I don't think...
4 to be precise.
You're so good at maths. I don't think this is too bad for them. If they can get into this second half 1-0 down, I mean, they wouldn't take it, no team would take it, don't get me wrong, great tackle. But they've limited them to one really good chance. That's a great ball. He's going to turn into that.
Fantastic.
Silky touch, April.
Sometimes it works, Domino. The furthest safest pass, it works. Not so much when you ping it 60 yards in the opposite direction of the goal. But that first ball over the top, Domino, that it shows intention, and I think stick to it, RSM, because it's working. They're still in the game. They're defending like champions. The centre midfielders are making sure the 3 centre backs aren't exposed. It's good work from them, and I do think they're giving REGNUM a good run for their money. Are REGNUM sat in that dressing room at half time quivering? Absolutely not, but they almost want to lure them into that false sense of security, because Bodrum would have, again, like we said about bonus hunters in the last game, they would have enjoyed that half of football. But as long as RSN are still in this game, with that firepower they've got up front and with that quality in midfield to find those direct passes, anything can happen.
Yeah, April. Look, RSN obviously did not have a good half by their standards. They've got to know the opposition they're playing. But limiting them to 1 goal, you're still in the game, April. Still not be able to get a shot off. They probably would like to have at least 1 more chance than they did in that game there. But I'd say not kitchen sink time yet, but there's going to be eventually a time where you're going to have to start leaving 1 versus 1 instead of doubling up on their offensive players. And at the minute, probably just see off the first 15 minutes of this half, and then it's your chance. And I say that now, April. The shot was on. And I think
100%.
And it's these things with REGNUM, because they are playing an opposition that they are expected to beat, where if they were playing GMAS, you'd be taking that there probably. Yeah. And they're letting them off the hook a little bit on some of these chances with overplaying. Can that come back to bite them if RSN get a goal? Absolutely.
And that's a ball through to Wiz, and he makes no mistake this time. And Domino, here we go. Yeah, they're still in the game, Domino. They're still in the game. What I was going to say is, will they rue some of these mistakes? Maybe we'll wait and see about that. Will they get more chances to correct those mistakes? Absolutely, they will. And all of 30 seconds later, of course, Wizards play through. Offside though, and RSN will breathe a sigh of relief because I think at 2-0 down, even RSN might believe. I'll tell you what, he's come a very long way. Shaz does extremely well to keep that in. Good work from him. Industrious performance from that man over on the far side. The ex-class boy. Festic into Warren. Runners for days. Holds it up nicely. Holds up a bit too nicely. Olga into Warren. Wizards' feet. Stocks, the top goal scorer for Regnum this season with 6 goals. I'm sure he'd like to add a few this evening. Has Bullet, tries to find a man, instead goes and wins it back. Now finds his gaffer. I don't think Shine wanted it there. Loses possession. Over the top it goes. 2 Stocks, the top goal scorer, finds his strike partner. Wiz wanted one more. Bluey, good turn from him. Finds his strike partner. Yeah, this is what they need to do, because even that's fine. Even that's fine. Gives the defence a break. It lets them breathe, because this second half has been tough so far for the boys in blue.
Yeah, they just can't get anything amounting. The balls over the top are getting cut out. When they try and play it through the third 8 ball, they can't make it. The press is too good. He's made him slide tackles.
Big tackle. But again, big
overplaying
tackle from
overplaying it, and any other side, that centre half, they are in trouble there. And I think
diving in did just about enough. Only as far as Polga though. Wiz gives it to Warren. He's gone for the Travella, but DW is alert. Cannot find the blue shirt again. And again, Dom, it's all we've asked of RSN is to stay in this game, and it's what they've done by hook or by crook. They're still in this game with 20 minutes left to go. A goal sends it to extra time. I would still be ticking over, still trying to do what they've been doing so far in this game, which is find that further safest pass. If it has to be striker's feet, if it has to be over the top, then so be it. And if it has to be spells of possession like this, Trickish Wolf losing his man nicely. Not on the same page though. I think that's maybe where it's letting them down, Dom.
Yes, I was about to say.
Yeah, they don't quite clearly. The ball over the top is going to be their outlet, but where does it stop? When does it stop? There's just always that kind of confusion as to whether it's going to feet or whether it's going in behind, and that's often one of the hardest thing in clubs, let alone when you're playing the top league team. Warren SG from 30 yards. Near post does it, and a good strike, a venomous strike, and maybe just caught the team off guard a little bit, but it's doubled the Bodrum lead, and 2 goals, Domino, I think is a mountain and a half.
Yeah, and just speaking about Bodrum there, 8 ball, they came up and they're doing what they need to do, 8 ball. They showed their class on the pitch. They've done it with an arrogance, should I say, of the way they played. Sometimes overplayed, absolutely not overplayed their 8 ball. Got into a great position, thought, why not, let's have a go. But they've been a fantastic watch, and they've been so economical in all of their play 8 ball, taking their chances when they came. Excellent work, and yeah, it is a mountain, it is a mammoth task for RSN to find in 10 minutes. If they're going to do anything, they need to find something now. They have got runners going through, and a little bit of that has been missing, 8 ball, the confidence of someone to stand on the ball and not try and kill it a little bit too early. But the strike force have held the ball up nicely when it's come into them.
I mean, it's easier said than done, isn't it? I mean, to play through these presses and to put your foot on the ball. I mean, there's been white shirts all over those 2 centre midfielders. Shaz to the byline. Well played collectively by that RSN backline. And again, I think it's a good measuring stick for this RSN side. Betting yourself against the best out there effectively, and just seeing what happens. And it's not every day that a lot of these players get to play against the best of the best. And it's good for those boys as well. And I think they can hold their heads high, because I wouldn't say they've matched Bodrum, but they've done absolutely nothing wrong, and they've defended extremely well. And DW there takes it on the second time of asking. But yeah, defensively, I think they've looked good. They've come into this game with a clear tactic, and it's the same tactic I would have used, Domino. And to be quite frank, sometimes it's just not going to happen. Sometimes it's just not going to happen, and it's just not RSN's day today. But make no bones about it, they've done themselves proud, and maybe they're going to get a consolation here, Domino says. Thanks for coming, and good night, RSN. Out in the round of 32. A good cup run for those boys as well, because this is knockout from day one in this competition, so they've come a very long way. But it is REGNUM, the top of the VPG eSports Premier, REGNUM, who do go marching on to the round of 16. I'm sure that's got a special name, but yeah, we'll call it the round of 16. That will be next Tuesday, so find out who is going to be in those final stages, Domino. And the Esports Cup is a very, very good way to get yourself some silverware for the season, Domino. It's similar to kind of real life with the Carling Cup, FA Cup, for those of you who watch English football. Would a team like REGNUM, take a 4th place finish? I'm not saying they won't finish top, but a 4th place finish and an Esports Cup win. Would that be a successful season for a team like REGNUM?
If you're telling me that at the start of the season, I would say yes. If you're telling me that where we currently are, where REGNUM currently sit, I'd say no. I would say they've got a chance here to go for a lot more glory with, again, games like that, players like this in the league position they're in at the minute. I think they're hungry enough and they'll back themselves to say, actually, we can get all the glory here instead of take a singular cup. So currently, I'd say no. But at the start of the season, yeah, absolutely. I'd take a cup and a Cornetto. Absolutely.
And that does lead us in nicely, actually, to have a little look at the ice cream van just passing by. No, it's the VPG Esports League table, because we are at that stage of the night where everything turns purple, because it is the return of our 2 VPG.
I got purple colour setting.
I mean, you've gone blue. I've gone blue. You've gone red. It's kind of works. But there you can see confirmation. 11 wins in those first 20 games. A plus 33 goal difference for REGNUM. But that's enough about REGNUM, because we got other friends. We got other teams to worry about, and the team is Domino. Digital Esports taking on bottom of the league Besiktas, and
7 points bottom of the league, Abel.
I'm gonna say this now, Domino, because I can get away with it, because Digital know how much I love them. Besiktas on their day, if they can catch Digital, it's doable.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's not catching them on their day, it's catching them on Digital's day.
Yeah, well, that's Digital, what I meant.
If Digital just has one of their days.
Yeah. And it's
I reckon me and you would give them a good go.
It's fine for us to laugh about it, but we've seen it all too many times on our streams that Digital are a very, very good side. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows anything about pro clubs, knows how good Digital are. Do they always get what they deserve from games? Absolutely no, they do not. These are the types of games, Domino, where I would just be saying to the boys, just get the win. Just get the win. Don't pay attention to the league table. Just go out there, play our game, and get the 3 points, and move on to that second and final game of the night. For me, it's a points driven, it's a game driven, performance driven league, and this side on paper is insane. But 17th last season just speaks volumes.
It speaks volumes how deep this league goes, and it does go all the way down to the bottom. As you can see, Besiktas have only picked up 2 points this entire season, and we know what a good team they are. Again, it's very much like the QPR bonus hunters game and the Bodrum RSN game, where in the grand scheme of things, 3 points here means very, very minimal in an overall season. Besiktas are looking for their first win, April, first win of the season. a little bit of confidence can turn a game night round, or can turn a week round, can almost turn a season round. If they pick up a win here against a really good Digital team that are playing some great football, are on the top half of the table, Besiktas are going to think, look, we can do it. We've just had a poor run of form. But we're beating teams like Digital, which means we can compete against them. 3 points here for Besiktas would be massive. They're just looking to get the first win of that league by any means necessary. So every game that they play should be a cup final mentality. Digital will know that, and Digital knows that they are serial underachievers. And these are the games that are banana skins for them. Yeah. So it's a lot to deal with, not only on the pitch, but mentally going into the game.
No, totally agree. Going into this game then, they've gone with D the G up top because they've got two of the best cams around. Is Aragold, who plays in cam tonight, D the G up top, partnered by their leading goal scorer domino, Calvin 23, who currently sits on 7 goals, D the G on 6 with 6 assists, and behind him Aragold with 6 assists. So that front three are doing well this season. I do think that's what they missed last season, was an out-and-out goal scorer, and then just a bit more kind of, I don't want to say industry, but when you look at the charts at the end of the season, you want to see the likes of D the G and Rage Aragold up there, because they're two of the best players in the league in those positions.
Yep.
That I genuinely think, with them being sat in 8th position at the moment, 10 wins from 20 games, by the way, so a very, very good start. I think that's the main difference, because having seen them play this season, they're still doing the same thing. They're still playing carpet football. They've got the same team from last season, Albo and Sanji. Again, you'll be so hard pressed to find a better centre midfield pairing anywhere in clubs. They're still doing the same thing. They still look exactly the same. They've got the same identity, but that output from that front three has been very, very impressive so far this season. I do think that is the main difference at the moment.
Yeah, and you said that they're crying out for a striker. Or someone to step up for the plate, scoring those goals. I didn't think that. I thought they were crying out for some chemistry at the top end of the pitch to see, right, who's the spearhead and who's the people assisting that. Where you need to, or you can equally share the roles of responsibilities. Think into that Liverpool Cup winning team where you had that front three that picked up spoils, all assisted, all scored. You didn't have that one focal point. Digital really need to have that. I mean, Calvin, since he's been in the team, has been absolutely fantastic. We watched him last time on stream. Really, really good player. I think he has the ability to be the spearhead with Aragold and D the G supporting him while contributing. But I think they could all shuffle that. And once they find that chemistry as a three with the rest of the supporting cast behind them, and they find that, that's when they start, like I said, coming from mid-table last season to the top half of the table this season.
Yeah, no, spot on. And to be quite frank, this is, again, we always say don't bother looking at the league table, because you know it's a league full of killers. But everyone's human. I think this front three, they're sat in the lobby now. They're chasing Besiktas to find out where they are because they're desperate to play them. They're desperate to play when you got a front three who are banging in goals, assists, left, right, and centre. They want to play teams at the bottom of the league. And again, we said it about RSM wanting to be on the stream because they've got that hunger, they've got that design, they've got that self-belief. I think this digital side now, I think the main difference there is that front three, all banging in goals, all getting assists, and they're all hungry for it. They're all ready to step up. And I think tonight is a good way of righting some wrongs on the stream, Domino. Put it that way.
Is that why we've got them on, Abel? Is that the real reason that we have them on? You looked at the fixture list and thought,
hand on proper sweetly heart, I did not pick this game. Okay, it was Big Boss Man. He picked this game. I was just as shocked as the rest of you. But
did he pick it because of you?
Yeah, he got that £10 I wired to him. But yeah, let's talk about Besiktas. Minus 26 goal difference. It's difficult for these boys. It truly is, and they're away from home tonight as well, which is just going to make things even more difficult for them. No wins in their last 5 in all competitions, just the 1 goal in those 5. However, in the league, in the Turkish league, they last week beat Galatasaray 6-3 and Fenerbahce 4-2. So something is happening behind the scenes here. There is some give and there is some take. Now, I appreciate sometimes you have different teams for different leagues and players come in and out, but I just think for the flying the flag of Besiktas to get those 2 results last week, regardless of who was playing, I think that almost needs to be the team talk here. It's, you know, if we can do it against teams like that, surely there's something here. Well,
Fenerbahce, the current ones that's seeing 6th in the league with 5 unbeaten. That Fenerbahce.
Correct.
And they beat them 4-0.
4-2.
4-2, and Fenerbahce hadn't conceded a goal in the last 5 games, or something ridiculous like that.
It's the Turkish league, baby. I mean, I could tell you about 3 teams in the Turkish league, and that's about all I can tell you about that league. But that's what it says on the website, and that's all it's all I can go by. As much as I would love to watch every single pro club's game, that's what it says. That's all I can report on. And yeah, 6-3 against Gala, 4-2 against Fener.
4-2 against Fenerbahce. April. You can clearly tell, again, don't know about the players that play in different competitions, but
yeah,
let's say they're the same team. They've picked up unbelievable wins against teams like that, and teams that are doing really well this season. Being Besiktas, April, like I said, every single game that you go to is going to be, right now, a cup final in this competition. We need a win. There's 15 games they've played without one singular win in this competition.
And 2 draws, I think.
And 2 draws, April, with 13 losses. So you don't want to be, you never want to be the laughing stock of a league, which you'll never be, because in my opinion, if you get the right to play in this league, that is one of the biggest honours ever bestowed upon people in our field at the minute. If you're good enough to be in this league, regardless you come bottom or top, April, you've got my cap off.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is the darts everyone wants to get invited to. Now, do they want to be the person at the darts that's by themselves?
I thought you said darts.
Oh.
Is that a new saying? I don't know.
No,
I take that. To be fair, I want to be at the darts. I want to be
everyone wants to be. I want to be at the darts table, and currently Regnum have got the prom queen doing twists in the middle of the dance floor, and Besiktas are somewhere at the bar drinking their sorrows. You don't want to be that person.
Well, we don't actually know where Besiktas are at the moment. That is why I misheard you, because I'm trying to read the chat, because everyone's looking for them.
Maybe they've left the dance.
I think they didn't even make it to the dance, Domino. I think
maybe they're at the dance.
They misheard. It happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
If they don't show up in 5 minutes, then we may well have to go and find another game, which is sad, because this had a digital win written all over it, so we'll have to wait even longer.
Digital can't win on this stream, mate. Well, that's a fact.
Yeah, sorry boys.
We tried our best. We tried.
If that is the case, we'll go and find someone else. But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now, and we'll give them another 2 minutes. But it's not looking peachy keen at the moment, especially with no stream. At least when teams are streaming, we can find them. We can't find these, and they were chased a very, very long time ago. So bear with us, and if not, we'll look at alternatives, because as you can probably imagine, there's some very good teams playing tonight. Just looking through now, I mean, Bodrum I don't think have got into their game yet.
Ooh, exciting.
Fama are going into a game against a team I don't recognise, so we probably wouldn't do that one.
No, because this will be the eSports Europe, isn't it?
Yes.
We're
yeah, exactly. I don't know who BS are either.
No, against One Mind.
Black
I don't know who BS will be.
I mean, we'll put this on, because that's a cracking game. We got One Mind against Black Sheep whilst we wait for something to happen. Because I'm not particularly in the interest of sitting around waiting for bottom of the league to show their face, quite frankly.
What would this be in?
This is the VPG eSports Premier.
Yeah. Sorry, Black Sheep. I was trying to look there. They're sitting ninth there, aren't they? The Black Sheep team.
Here we go then. So it's Black Sheep in the blue, just to add a bit of confusion. They do have black shorts though. Cutting inside. We don't have team sheets, so you will just have to make do.
Have we got the Freezy?
It is one mind. Yes, we do have that man. It is one mind in the red. That looks like, is it the Nice kit?
Lille kit in one mind have got on.
Here is Jude, right midfielder. Gives it to Domino's favourite player, De Freezy, and you can see why. Over the top to Mirko, heads it down. Nimmer and Co. A very, very tidy CDM. Nimmer. They'll have a lot of work to do tonight. Trying to keep this one mind side out. Traditionally playing blue one mind, so it's slightly confusing.
It's slightly
with
different,
a very small brain like me. Dadabayor with the through ball. 10 goals so far in the VPG eSports Premier for that man. Looking to add an assist to that tally as well. Two very good sides here. We've picked a good alternative.
Exactly. I mean, one mind an unbelievable team, and so are Black Sheep sitting.
Newly branded as well, Domino.
Focus. Yeah.
Don't ask for details of the deal because we don't know.
No, all I know is Delosa didn't get into the team.
Yeah, he may well have shares in the team, but he still can't get into the team.
Sounds about right.
Swings it in. Sephiroth with the clearance, only as far as Mo, the skipper. Lee Jacko playing in centre midfield as well tonight. Here he is. Finds in Salah. Nimmer takes over, has the shot deflected. Goes through to Team of the Week, Anonym.
It does look like, we're looking at the league table, April, that one mind is sitting 14th at the minute. Currently won 2 games last night, so good start to the week, where you've got Black Sheep also sitting in ninth with 2 games win. So both these are on an unbeaten run from match day 10. So good confidence going into this game. Both teams think they've got something in there.
Black Sheep are a team who they've just got ballers for days. They truly do, and it's like a lot of these UK sides. It's almost like having people who are like naturally good at football. They're just naturally good at this game, and when you put 11 people like that, like this man, it just spells danger. And Black Sheep are having a good season, and I think it's well deserved because they've managed to put together this team of ballers. Dadabayor, edge of the box, has a shot, blocked by Sephiroth again. Keep him busy, that man. But yeah, every time I see him, it doesn't matter if they're playing under the Black Sheep flag or playing in VPG or playing in Cash Cup or whatever, they always bring out performances, and they're always such a joy to watch as well.
Yeah, they're a really good team, and I would say similar in this league, underachievers, April. Because they have got a really good team, really strong individuals, great players. April, they're just getting the run of games, the run of form there. Like the other teams that go on and do win the league or sit very high up. And to be fair, so at some points in the league, you'll look at them and they'll be in the top 4, and then they slowly just start creeping down and start battling with other positions for places. But again, 9th here, 19 games played, April, 8 wins, 8 draws, 3 losses, and they're currently on the last 5 games, 4 wins and 1 defeat. So really good confidence going there. For one mind, April, being 14th place is something they're really not used to.
No, second place last season, of course, for one mind.
Yeah,
very good. And they went on that incredible run as well. I've just got the league table up for those of you at home as well. You can see that is 9th place, 14th. Both sides in relatively good form as well. And I think we've picked a good one to come over to be quite honest, because it's 2 sides who on their day play some really good, attractive football. And it's 2 sides who are very well matched as well for different reasons.
Yeah, absolutely, Abel. And to be fair, actually, side note, Abel, you mentioned it earlier, it's really hard watching a team in blue that's not one mind.
How dare they? How dare they?
Genuinely, yeah.
Agus cuts it out for.
It's the reason they're 14.
Change their kit and it's all gone to pot. It's like Cardiff, effectively.
I would be passing. I would literally be passing to Black Sheep.
Brett Sheeran heads it down to Nimmer, cut out by Noisy, recycled by the team in red. Focus one mind. Jew thinks about swinging it in. That's not how they roll. Mirko gets it down, and Matt just about. Very, very capable keeper, this man. Matt D23, we know well on this channel. Headed down by Hannix, another man we know very well. To be fair, I'll just save you the trouble. We know all these players very well. Including that man and this man, to be fair, Sassy Jr. Good to see him. Good to see him back in VPG Esports Premier. Edge of the box is on. Agus back out to that far side. Hannix now tracking back.
Oh, I love to see it.
Good work, Mo Hussein. Volleys it clear. DeFreezy intercepts, looking for strikers. Well, I was going to say feet, it was in the air, so no, over the top perhaps. Lee Jacko switches on, switch. He does to Brett Sheeran, and you know it's Brett Sheeran because he's got the ginger afro. Can't miss it. And he's usually popping up with a goal or two as well, so watch out that man bombing down this near side. Nimmer. Could have done with Brett Sheeran going past him there. I think he may have been told to sit in. Maybe he's playing a bit more of a conservative role this evening as he tucks himself in. Maybe left-hand side of a back three, perhaps. Ellis, another very good player, tidy player. Nimmer. Jacko. Good work from Black Sheep. Looking to cook something up, but one mind got men behind the ball, Domino. That is how they roll. Very difficult team to beat, although this season.
And they're a very difficult team to break down, 8-Ball. You think you're getting a lot of joy against them when you're like, oh, do you know what? We've passed through the thirds. We're in the final third there. Until you normally hit a blue brick wall. And they're sitting there in a shape. They don't get moved around easily, so you can't really pin them left to right and then look for a gap inside. They're just a very well-drilled, well-oiled team. And they've been like that since we covered them on the stream, 8-Ball. So getting a goal against them is always a tough challenge, but we always do know once a goal goes in, floodgates tend to open.
Maybe that's what's happened this season, Domino. Ball goes over the top, just gets caught under it. Not used to seeing that too much. Mo Hussein slides it through to Hannix, gets the shot off, and I tell you what, I was going to say, over on that far side, a very interesting battle. Hannix and Pio over there. Hannix did absolutely nothing wrong trying to skin his man, but Pio is world-class defending, but Hannix got the better of him this time and almost opened the score and shot straight down the throat of Anonym, who we know is a world-class goalkeeper. They will need to do well to beat that man tonight, which is just fantastic when we cover teams on stream with world-class goalkeepers.
Yeah, we always love it, 8-Ball. It's one of my favourite things to do. That and call 0-0s, and they go hand in hand, so it's fantastic. Absolutely excellent.
Black Sheep, though, getting a real foot in this game at the moment. I tell you what, Ace Scorpion did not want it there, and because he oozes class, he does manage to complete the clearance. Vipers can
really well.
Same can't be said for him. Nimmer digs him out, and I tell you what, he's having a fantastic game so far. Pio just drifting out onto that far side. He's going to have to because Hannix is keeping chalk on his boots, Domino, and I think he's been told to do that.
Yes, yeah, you've got to create the width and drag the team apart, but 75 minutes gone here, 8-Ball. Not many chances. So, great play. Not many chances going through. It's really good build-up play. We're used to seeing this a fair bit, 8-Ball. Oh, great work. The ball's behind him. How's he bored?
It's just naturally a good FIFA player, Domino. It's so difficult to play against players like that. They're just good at FIFA. I can't explain it, and I refuse to try and even explain it. But it's gone all the way through, and I have no idea how that's got through, but gets through. It does, and Black Sheep draw first blood. The punch from Anonym only found a blue shirt, and somehow that's made it through a sea of red, and it is easy. 1-0 to Black Sheep.
Yeah, 8-Ball. It fell kind of to him, but you've got to, again, in corners, I'm a firm believer, you create your own luck. good corner routine. He was in the correct position. I think what one mind done is what I would have told my team to then, even retrospectively. No one was close enough to close down the shot. You have to just close down the lane of shooting. Oh my!
Days, behave.
Oh my!
Here's the goal scorer, and Domino, I've just realised who it is. It's Barry, and again, that puts him on to 11 goals for the season in the VPG eSports Premier. This Black Sheep side are banging in the goals, and again, last season we saw him play wide midfield. It looks like they've pushed him up. I tell you what, he's wearing the same kit as
I saw that.
Black
It was
Sheep.
like,
They're
free header.
Really
Free
confused
header.
me there. But yeah, I mean, he's really stepping up his game at the moment. It looks like they've gone 3 up front, Black Sheep, and it suits the likes of Hannix and Barry, and even Dada Bayor is leading the line technically by himself. It's good intentions from Black Sheep, and especially
Free header.
Oh, he's putting it away. Jew with the rebound, and I tell you what, Domino, I almost pressed the goal cheer button prematurely because I was not expecting any goalkeeper to save that. Matt delivered, but unfortunately spilled it to the only free red shirt on the pitch, and Jew has put it away. And I tell you what, Domino, fortune sometimes favours the brave, but Black Sheep left all 3 strikers up front during that attack, and yeah, sometimes you reap what you sow.
Yeah, you've got to be a little conservative in games like that, but
that's
oh
nice.
my god,
That's
that's
nice.
Ball through. It stuck to his foot, really good positioning. But I'll say it, I said it at one, then I'll say it at the other end, Abel. You make your own luck in this game, good positioning, and when it came to you, it was a difficult finish, and you put it out of the keeper's reach, but what a fantastic first save from the keeper.
Yeah, it really truly was. Deserved more, headed down, Agus clears, and again, his opposite number, Anonym.
What a flick on.
This is why our streams always end in 0-0s or 1-1s. It might be 2-1 here. Sassy bursting into the box, swings it in. Hayden with the clearance. Ellis can't finish the clearance. Jew gets it to Francois, blocked, still not clear. 4 blue shirts around Sassy, can't do anything with it. Back post, over kick, big save. I forward to the goalkeeper, and I'm gonna put the cheer sound on anyway. I know it's a draw.
Put the cheers on, Abel.
I think that might have been a Scorpion up there with the Bicey in the 92nd minute. And I tell you what, astute defending from Black Sheep, but another world-class save from Matt D23, proving his worth once again. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a world-class goalkeeper, because it keeps the scores on streams at 0-0 or 1 apiece. It's annoying, but it's great to see.
Saved you 2 points, 8 ball. And at the Anonym at the other side, when Striker was going through, when Barry took the shot, 8 ball, both keepers are saving you 2 points there. And they will pick, a great keeper will pick you up 15 points a season easily. And he's done that there. Excellent save, and then the courage to get back up and not to stay in goal, to go and press the action and collect it again. And 8 ball, and to be fair, 8 ball, cap off to you, because I was looking forward to the Digital and Besiktas game. I'm guessing we haven't heard of Besiktas still, or where their abouts are.
No, I said something naughty in the chat, which I can't repeat on stream. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of people making us wait around, and if they are,
or wasting our time.
Yeah.
The owner of the company's time and Digital's time as well. Like, why do it? Why do it?
Yeah.
We're not here.
I'm mainly just mad we didn't get to see Digital. That's clearly what I'm most upset about. But
it's like you paid for a ticket to go see your favourite team, Abel, and the bad weather's called it off, and you was raging, Abel.
What a waste! What a waste of the £10 I sent to the big boss man to get Digital on. Oh, what a bloody waste. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to chase PMI because they're not streaming. I'd like to know where they are just to make sure. But Heritage are in the 60th minute as we speak. They are 1-0 up against GSK. So whilst PMI sort their lives out, we can go and have a little look at the team sheets for tonight, and hopefully we get a game. Hopefully. Gunnar says crazy goalkeeping. You are not wrong. Crazy goalkeeping on both sides, and yeah, much to our annoyance. Not really our annoyance, but we like goals, but often we just have to make do with world-class goalkeeping saves. It comes with the territory. But tonight's main event of the evening, it is 11th place Heritage taking on the Spaniard 16th place PMI ESPORTS. Now, Domino, we saw PMI ESPORTS a couple of weeks ago, and they were in 8th place there. They were flying. They had a good season last season as well. They lost to Fama on that night, and it's a game that sticks with me. And I'm going to say this now because I've got a lot of love for PMI, and some of the players they've got in their side I would genuinely consider to be world-class players.
Yeah.
That performance against Fama, they lost 1-0, and they went 1-0 down, I'm going to say in maybe the 30th, 40th, 50th minute, sometime with enough time to get back into the game.
Yeah.
And for me, there was just not enough intent to get themselves back into that game. And since that game, they've won 1 in 6. So it's almost like they had the belief kind of knocked out of them. It's disappointing to see because PMI is such a good side. You know, if you saw them last season, and to be fair, even if you saw them against Fama, they keep the ball. Arguably one of the top 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in the league for keeping the ball and playing some carpet football. But when it comes to intent and when it comes to outlay, we just said about digital as well. That outlay is kind of all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, and 8-ball, it's something we spoke about off stream really. And I raised it. It's PMI. When you're playing in this, there's a reason you're in this league because you've got a great ball of players. To get to the pinnacle, you just need that difference. You need that plan A, B, and C. If plan A is not working, for example, when PMI went 1-0 down, I was looking for something different. Like, what are you going to do to change? Because currently, what you're doing, Fama Lascaux are countering you and they're beating you in the long ball, in the 50-50s. What are we going to do? And they had enough time to adopt a different tactic, and it didn't change. It was the same. And I think that's where they were stuck in at the minute. And their form goes to show that they might have not learned from that. So hopefully this is a bit of an acid test against a very good heritage team with some absolute ballers in there that they can show. I'd actually like to see them go 1-0 down to see what the resolve is like with them, and to see what their fight back is, what their bounce back is, and what different ideas they have when they're in a tricky, compromised position.
Yeah, not that we would ever wish ill on any team, of course, but
yes, we do, 8-ball. Well, you're a liar.
Yeah, BESIKTAS.
Let's go.
Let's talk about Heritage then, because they're the home side tonight. So again, that might come into factor. Play 20, 1-9 with a +4 goal difference, 29 points after 20 games. I think they would have bitten your hand off for that at the beginning of the season, Domino, because they are newly promoted.
Oh, mate, absolutely. And some of the players they've got, and obviously getting promoted 8-ball up to here, you're bringing the big guns, and they brought over Don Unsal, who's not only an absolute baller, but got one of the sickest names in pro clubs.
Domino actually really loves that name. And do you know what? He's a fantastic player. Fantastic player, but also a really nice guy as well. I enjoy talking to that man behind the scenes. There is one player though who I genuinely think deserves the airtime, and we just need to discuss, because if you drug test people in VPG, this man needs one, and the man is Teagues. The guy they signed from the guy.
I thought you were going to say Middleton.
Well, that's definitely a man failing a drugs test, but for a whole lot of different reasons. We'll talk about Teagues, because they signed him from Class, and he was very well used at Class. He didn't stand out so much because Class have just got a plethora of world-class players, including their striker, 36 goals last season, of course. Teagues came over, and we used to have a joke where he would just play somewhere different. It was like a modern-day Porridge. He'd play somewhere different every stream, but the best players can do that, so not a problem. He then came across to Heritage, and I'm thinking that's a really good signing for Heritage, because they've got a player who's got that VPG eSports Premier experience, and also someone who can get you a goal or two from midfield, wherever in midfield. They play him up front, and I don't understand it, and this is why I'm not a manager. He's played up front all season. He is second highest goal scorer in the league. He's on 19 goals and 12 assists in this season alone. What the hell has happened there? Because
he's juicing, 8-ball. He's juicing.
It's crazy stats, and I think when someone makes a signing and things just click, I think that is just the definition of this for Heritage, and it's good work from Hutch, it's good work from Lucas, those two who are running the ship at Heritage. They're again, with the likes of Don Unsao, Aqua, Newman, they're making signings, even Middleton as well. They're making signings that just make sense, and it's something that we speak about class as well. They make very good signings, and they make signings of players who have got that VPG esports Premier experience, and they're just paying dividends now. They're sat 11th in the league when they're newly promoted, and you know, Teagues 19 goals makes no sense. Don Unsao is on 5 assists this season. Harry Newman is on 11 goals this season. The output again for this Heritage side, I think they're arguably in for a shoe-in of surprise package of the season, and it's great to watch because they're a great set of lads as well.
Yeah, and stats speak for themselves, 8-Ball. And it's the recruitment. Sometimes you get people that might not suit the team. Personally, 8-Ball will suit the team, but the personality to translate on the pitch is quite hard. And we've been in situations like that where we play with some genuinely lovely people, 8-Ball. Are they going to win us the league? Absolutely not. But do we want to get rid of them? I think they're great for the dressing room. So it's hard to get the balance of talent and ego to have a supporting team that can play. Because if I'm jumping on with world-class players, but I don't like playing with them, 8-Ball, it's going to be hard for me to stick out a season. Now, the thing you brought up with experience is that's a very honest thing. A lot of people play in these high leagues, they're not going to get on with anyone, and for you not to throw your toys out the pram, for you to just be like, put that aside, step on the pitch and play your game to help the team, that's what we mean by experience at the highest level. You're going to have so many egos floating about, you're going to have so many personalities floating about, because they are fantastic at the game. The games are on, again, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday evenings, and it's like the later games being played. All of this is experience in the esports. So bringing in players that can handle that type of pressure, that type of atmosphere, that type of gameplay it's like gold dust. And to bring players like Don Unsao and Teagues getting to slot in with no tester period, they've come in like they've been in the team for 5-6 years, 8-Ball. It's a massive coup, and fair play to the managers at Heritage.
And before we go over to PMI, I'm literally chatting to the Heritage manager now, because I just wanted to make sure before I made a fool of myself on stream. Vor, who's playing right midfield but probably a bit more central, that's actually Birchie from Fenerbahce last season, who is an ex-FIFA pro. So we're talking about good signings. I mean, there you go then. That's the cherry on top. A Heritage side, to be fair, I'm now starting to see why they're doing so well this season. Unbeaten in their last
and Man
four.
City, well, I'm not even happy with them anymore. They've got some money and they've brought in people.
They're like 2009 Man City, where they just start making some half decent signings. Like
Robinho turns up and he thinks he's playing for class, and it's like, who's Heritage?
And it's Teagues, and he just bags goals anyway. So yeah, I think knowing that and knowing what I'm about to say now, PMI missing their top goal scorer, Usama. I think those two things, Usama missing for PMI and Heritage just signing all the best players in the world apparently, I think it's Heritage's to lose. They probably won't like me putting that pressure on, but make no bones about it, PMI are a decent side. They do only sit 6 points behind Heritage in the league with 3 games in hand as well, so that could all change tonight, but they're going to have to do it without their talisman. Stokes comes in to replace him. Don't get me wrong, a very, very capable replacement. And as always, a big shout out to Antien, who is a channel favourite, a world-class centre midfielder, joined in that midfield by Bojan, again, another world-class CDM. And yeah, I think they beat Digital last night. Sorry, no, they got beat by Digital last night. Sorry, try to stay professional, but they did win 4-1 against GSK, and I've got in my notes, but Usama scored 2 of those 4, so read into that.
And we saw it last night, 8-Ball. You'll know this better than me. It was one of the games, I think it might have been Pakaze, that we had on last night, that they missed their striker, their key man, their goal maker, and they just looked like an off team. So hopefully, I mean, Stokes is coming into a team here that in their standards are performing, and there's a big player missing. So if you're going to get 3 points out of the game, Heritage have got a better chance from now than ever, really.
Absolutely, and it is the team with a chance better than ever in the white from left to right. Heritage and PMI, the Spaniards, don't forget they are playing away from home as well, so they are playing on the UK servers. It shouldn't be too much of an issue, but there's a tailor-made excuse there if you want it, PMI. They're in the black from right to left, and it's VPG eSports Premier action. Last game of the night. Let's make this an absolute banger.
Yeah, and to be fair, Heritage just sitting in a nice bags of 4. Not a real press-heavy game at the minute, 8 ball, but they're sitting in a really nice shape. In the position here, not really pressing that much. They're kind of sitting off them, maybe looking for them to make a mistake. They have done that there. Ball into Teagues. Teagues was a great ball inside. There's one more. He finds the man, 8 ball. Great block. And
cut inside nicely as well, didn't he? He really did cut inside nicely.
Oh, the right midfielder, Boral, who's Birchie.
Yeah. Edge of the box is on. Ned goes for goal and goes all the way through to Joe Mert, who, to be fair, Domino, I said last time PMI were on, he's the most improved goalkeeper I've seen in anything we watch, and he's getting to the stage now where he's almost world class. He's just sitting below those usual suspects, those 3, 4, 5 world class goalkeepers that everyone knows. He is not far behind them whatsoever, Domino. So again, if Heritage are going to get anything out of this game, they will have to find a way past that man. Fama did it last week. Can Heritage do it this week? With 13 minutes in and nothing to write home about at all so far.
And it's been really good from PMI Able. Really good hold-up play. They've got a chance here. It does get snuffed out, but they do win a corner for them. But I do think the hold-up play, well, not the hold-up play, the conservative play of PMI have been really, really good. Heritage have let them do it, but they haven't really wasted that much. Ball inside Able is a very good idea.
Why not? Why not?
Nothing happened.
I think he went for goal there. He tried to catch him out. It is Middleton in goal, of course. He can be world-class 1 minute, not so world-class another, but...
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Again, sometimes a nice guy, sometimes... I'm just joking. No, he is a nice guy. Got a lot of time for Middleton. 17 minutes in. It's now...
And again, we talk about the high quality and what you need to do about the leagues like that. When we met Middleton at the competition April on the LAN last year, he had notes about the strikers playing from each team. And I thought that was unbelievable.
Right. And he's a phenomenal goalkeeper, all jokes aside. He's unreal.
Genuinely.
Yeah, unreal goalkeeper.
And it just goes to show his credit and well, his love and how seriously he takes this game mode, which is fantastic. And that's why we want everyone to be able. He doesn't take this as casual. Kick around. He does take this very serious, especially at that competition, so it's excellent to see it.
Darnoon South, 2 Teagues. The strike partnership combining, and Joe Mert makes a big save from one of the league's deadliest strikers, Teagues. Warning signs for PMI though. We know they like to keep the ball. They lost it very, very high up there. Or should I say, Heritage won it very, very high up. And now PMI looking to do something about it, almost sparking them into life here. Finds Stokes, the Osama replacement, edge of the box is on, chooses not to take the first time shot.
I was shouting Scholesy internally there, April. I thought he was running onto that power shot. If you're going to hit it, might as well do it there.
They got their just rewards because they didn't get anything for it. Harry Newman just straight offside.
No, I generally thought he got pushed offside. It was well funny.
Good defending from PMI. Clever defending from PMI. And again, the centre halves drop deep, and PMI will start 90 yards away from the goal. Over the top it goes to German Longo. Cuts inside. Good work from him. Good 1-2 with Stokes. Back with Bojan and back to the halfway line. Dino down the line, getting a bit of joy on that far side, but Ack was there with seconds as well and wins a throw for his team. His manager will be happy with that. Lucas not playing tonight, so it looks like Hutch is leading the team. Dino slides it through, but Texi completes the clearance and the chase is on. Recycled well by PMI. It's something they do very well, to be fair. Recycle that ball, get it down on the deck as soon as possible. And they look to play through you for sure.
And they're also composed. I was about to say that.
See it coming a mile off. Here we go. 2v2. Teagues. Great ball down the line to his strike partner, Harry Newman. Cuts inside again. Gives it to the Don. but Bojan and co are there. 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Brecken missing his strike partner tonight. Birchie does well. Stokes dispossessed, and Heritage win it back. I mean, he got one for his troubles there. I think he tried to head back to his goalkeeper. His centre-back got in the way. Ended up going long, and now it's back with PMI. You don't want to give them too much of the ball in these areas, Domino. They are a team that can hurt you around about this area. And there goes German longer. Good work from Middleton, staying alert to that near post effort. And again, lesser goalkeepers would have been caught out there. Flicked on. Hutch does well. Teeks has it down to the Don. Slides through. Aqua. Bit of space for him. Pirouettes on the ball. Backstick. There's two white shirts. Heads down to Harry Newman. Good block by Andrew Lopez. Joe Mert was scuttling across there. Corner for Heritage. 5 minutes remaining. Can either side get a breakthrough before half time? Near post was on Andrew Lopez again. Good first half from him. Any half with a clean sheet in this league.
He's got runners
He does. He's got 3 in the box as well. Here we go. He's going to put it in.
Wow. Oh, 8 ball. He's beat the man in front of him. It was very acrobatic, but to try and find the target and beat Middleton from that angle with an awkward ball like that was very hard. But
yeah, all credit. That's good run.
Yeah.
Good run.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for the acrobatics as well.
He's got that acrobatic trait on for sure. Harry Newman down the line. Gives it further down the line, but Mario Foro is there. Joe Mert sends it long. We are now into extra time in the first half. Hutch finds striker's feet. Teagues does just about get it through. Aqua takes it off Krivas, and is there going to be time? Yes, there is. The referee very lenient at the moment. They're only going to have time to dump this in once and once only, so make it count. Men on the edge of the box, get yourself in. And more players ran out of the box when I said that. In it goes. Texi heads it down to Kano, and he's just snapped someone for the fun of it. I'm going to blow the whistle because I think it's gone.
I think that's what he tried to do. He's going to get a yellow card for that.
He will.
Straight away over his name.
There, I'll do it again anyway. Just so you all know. But yeah, 0-0. Not through want of trying. However, this is PMI's bread and butter, Domino. If they can sneak a 1-0 here, I think they'll be more than happy. Seeing this lineup for Heritage, I think it's one of the best it's ever looked. Yeah. But also knowing that they are above them in the league as well. So it does look like PMI are more playing for that than Heritage. Heritage seems to be the ones knocking at the door at the moment. But how do you see the second half going? Is it going to be a case of more of the same from PMI?
Again, PMI... We've seen them on the stream before, and the results kind of follow a pattern that they've got 1 gear, 8 ball. If they can't break down the 1 gear, what they got next, I'd love to see them.
Who is missing in white?
Shift through the gears.
No
one. Striker?
Oh, no, Striker's gone. And it looks like their top goal scorer, Domino.
Was it Teagues gone?
I do believe so. Confirmation, the Striker is missing at half time. Someone dashboarded. Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that's massive. That is massive. Does that change what you were going to say, Domino?
it doesn't actually, Abel. Genuinely, I think if PMI here can't find another gear now, obviously they recognise the man's down. That's what it is. They need to find that
A. Bypack A. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, they need to find that 2nd or 3rd gear here, April. Ball goes through. Fantastic work. You just don't need to worry. Is he back in?
No,
they
do this every week.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So they shifted positions, and that's fine, April. They've gone out to a wide man. To be fair, it's very dangerous because they've got the whole left-hand side PMI there. What a ball inside. Great save again. Yeah. They're under the caution. This camera.
I think he's going to be busy. Yeah, this camera. We need to sort his camera out. He needs to have a word. There's got to be a points deduction. Got to be a points deduction. If PMI do go on to win this, which I think the man getting out of it, 6s and 7s, and Middleton eventually ends up underneath the ball. But yeah, you can see how out of position that missing man is for Heritage. The team in white I think
Oh, look at him. He's unbelievable, Abel.
it's
Don't need
crazy.
anything else.
It's crazy. It's PMI is to lose from this point onwards, Dominic. It makes such a big difference at these high levels. To be fair, it makes a big difference in divisions. And if Heritage can muster anything up here, they've given away a free kick. If they can muster something up from here, it honestly makes such a big difference. And I wish it wasn't a thing because Heritage, they did everything but score in that first half. And it's a real shame. It needs to. Mario Faro, I tell you what, you are playing with fire, boy.
Yeah, and I think everything needs to come down to this left-hand side. They will have the man over. Everything needs to be down the left-hand side of PMI.
Yeah, I agree. And
You've just got that spare man that you can just bypass at 8 ball, create the overloads on that side, and you can get in this position every single time. And they need to use this to their advantage. Heritage, they've done what they can and kind of defensively worked it out the best. I do think it's a very offensive move, though, 8 ball. A striker up top actually is not going to cause you anything defensively. Heritage are saying they're still in this to win, 8 ball. So take it off, put it on the right side and be like, let's get a striker back in. What a ball!
Well, that's Hutch. I tell you what, Dominic, how many times do you see defending teams, players run out of the box from a corner? Not Hutch. That man knows his role. He knows what to do, and that's a humongous block because that was goal bound. Teagues is in the chat now. It's absolute heartbreak. I'm not sure who's more heartbroken, Teagues, you or me.
Exactly, mate. Exactly that. And Teagues was just settling in 8 ball. Nice touch of the ball. Started doing what he does best and started conducting from the top. Those slide draw passes left and right and getting in some good positions. I thought he was just starting to cook, and Teagues, unfortunately, my man. Hopefully, you can support the boys on the sidelines here, and let's see if they can come out here with a point, hopefully 3.
Hopefully a pro does you proud, but I wouldn't hold much hope, to be quite frank. I don't even know where he's playing. I know where he's supposed to be playing, but I definitely don't know where he's supposed to be playing. Through ball, and Milton again. 3 big saves from that man.
This is better for PMI though, 8 ball. PMI are...
You would expect it to be.
I've told them that they need to start changing gears. They've started getting shots on target. They've started being a lot more aggressive, which is bad. Just out of nowhere.
Big save! And it's being put away. That is heartbreaking. I tell you what, Dominic, there's a few things I want to discuss there. One, that the man was on the floor and the animation just brought him back up. Go back and watch that.
Mate, you run like the Undertaker.
It made absolutely no sense. I know we're close to Easter, but that's ridiculous. And yeah, another massive save, and we saw it earlier on with Matt D23. Made a big save, and it just falls to the striker. And I love a goal as much as the next guy, but it shouldn't be at the expense of a world-class save from a goalkeeper. And unfortunately, this game cycle, it seems to be one of the most popular ways to score. And Heritage, again, Dominic, you were saying about them staying attacking, them leaving the man up front is a good positive move. And I do agree it is. Because they had such, and that's a great flick on it. It's Dino, 1v1, man coming across, and the goalkeeper animation was trash.
He went the right way.
Take nothing away from the finish. It's a good finish from Dino, but everybody knows, goalkeepers and players alike, that animation was annoying. That is dirty.
Yeah. And to be fair, I don't want to get in. We do get bogged down to make Heritage have had the rotten apple here, 8 ball.
Yeah, they have.
The Undertaker rising, the goalkeeper animations, someone getting lobbied. But let's not take it away from PMI.
No, I know.
Do what they need to do, 8 ball, and they've done it. They've got themselves into great attacking opportunities. They have shifted their mentality and gone out attack 8 ball, and they've played some really good football to get there. So it is credit for PMI to getting in those attacking positions. And yeah, 2-0 up. Heritage a man down, tall mountain to climb, and what PMI can do is they can kill off a game really well.
They can go back to plan A now, Domino. The damage has been done. It's keep ball session, although they did just get in each other's way here. Sends through Birchie. We know this man can finish. We also know he can assist. And yeah, I think that was the time for someone to step up there, not the time to punt off into someone else. And here come PMI, and luckily for the team in white, just straight offside. But I mean, it's proof that anything can happen. I mean, they are a man down technically, but we saw in the first half, Domino, a few times, PMI, yes, they love to keep the ball and they're very good at it. They've been occasionally sloppy, and none more so than when their own man tackled their own man.
Yeah, and
but
Heritage went out to play 8 ball and just got away with it.
Yeah, I was going to say Heritage have just not been able to put them to the sword.
Yeah, it's just. But I do think, other than the very odd touches that they've had, defensively, 8 ball, they've stayed pretty sound. They've kept a really good shape. They've limited the chances that Heritage have created. They've actually created the more dangerous chance for Heritage by sloppy play.
Yeah.
Breaking them down, PMI have done really well.
Yeah, for sure. Inadvertently gets in the way of that, does Don Unsal, and when it's not your night, it's not your night. Texi does well, though, on that far side. Sprays this ball out. Misses the man up too. Here is Birchie. Loses his man nicely, comes back inside though. Now the pass isn't on. Stokes does well. He's been a good replacement for Usama tonight. Has a good game. Joma goes long because we're into stoppage time now. Flicked on again. I've got a lot of joy with that, and so we're not going to get to see the end of it because someone forgot to do the stats at halftime. But there is confirmation of the final whistle. It is PMI 2, Heritage 0. A bit of a strange one, Domino.
Sour taste in your mouth for the last game, 8 ball. We never like seeing justice red cards. We never like to see. I don't actually mind seeing ghost penalties, if I'm honest with you. It gives me an entertaining game, but disconnects are one of the things that leave a sour taste in my mouth, 8 ball. There's nothing you can do about that. And sometimes if you're 3-0 down and someone disconnects, oh well, did they just lob you out because they couldn't be bothered to play the rest of the game? But a 50-50 game, heating up nicely, going into the second half, and one of the main focal points of your team disconnects, unfortunately, it just leaves a sour taste in the mouth. But look, PMI need points. You can see where they're in the league. They wouldn't care how that 3 points came. They wouldn't care if the whole team lobbied out 8 ball. As long as PMI got those 3 points, they are a happy team, and they got them today.
Yeah, and I think the intro, we obviously concentrate so much on Heritage because, you know, they've put together a very, very good side. PMI in the first half, fine. PMI in the second half, very, very good performance. And they did what they needed to do, Domino. You were right. They did what they needed to do. They put Heritage away. Despite, to be fair, I was going to say, despite a very, very good performance from the Heritage goalkeeper Middleton as well. So it swings around about. Heritage, it's one of those things where it happens, whatever, it's EA. More lobbying for getting that rejoin feature, please. It's so necessary. But they've got to take the positives where they can. A good performance overall in that first half, and another world-class performance from the goalkeeper and others as well. I mean, we had a lot of good things to say about Heritage, but again, this level, Domino, there are killers, and Heritage did manage to fashion 2-3 chances in that game, but unable to get anything out of it. And unfortunately, when that happens, regardless of who gets disconnected or who's still there at the end of the game, that there's always a risk of that happening. So commiserations to Heritage, but absolute congratulations to PMI. They go marching up the league. They get themselves within 3 points of 11th place Heritage with 2 games in hand as well. So good night for them. And a good night for us as well, because we managed to get, I was going to say 4 good games, Domino. It was 3.8 very, very good games with that 0.8. It's just another, it's
the
another
question for everyone, 8 ball,
let me go
and everyone's here on the stream with our millions of subscribers. Have Besiktas got back in touch with anyone? Have we heard from them?
No, they just made the list.
They made the list. I love it. And that for everyone that wants to know what the list is, it's our Christmas card list. They are not included on it, and we're starting early this year. Besiktas on the list.
You just made the list. So that is unfortunately it for tonight. 3.8 world-class games as per usual. VPG once again proving just how good it is at getting teams together and getting world-class players together. It's always a good watch. Join us next week where we'll be here for 2, maybe 3 nights in a row. Yet to be decided. We just haven't asked our better halves yet. That's all it depends on, really. So As soon as we know, you guys will know. But watch out for socials on that one, because there's a strong possibility we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So stay tuned for that. Whether Domino likes it or not, by hook or by crook, he will be there. Because if I'm there, he's there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's in the contract. Yeah, that is a good night from me, and have a good rest of the week, clubs related or not. Domino, I'll let you sign off, but that's good night for me.
Yeah, guys, have a great rest of the week. Have good games on Thursdays, except BESIKTAS. Good night from me. Take care.
Cheerio.